IO Interactive, qui a récemment développé le très moyen mais intéressant Ken & Lynch 2, revient enfin à la série Hitman. Créée sur PC en 2000 par le studio danois, la série Hitman a accueilli plusieurs suites, le fondateur Hitman 2 Silent Assassin en 2002, Hitman Contracts en 2004 et Hitman Blood Money en 2006. 6 ans plus tard, l'agent 47, le tueur à gages au code barre, opère donc un comeback périlleux, de nombreux autres assassins ayant depuis pris la relève, comme le trio Altair, Ezio et Desmond Miles du B-Montréal. IO Interactive, qui a rejoint le giron Square Enix depuis l'acquisition d'Eidos par l'éditeur japonais en 2009, a donc décidé de partir sur de nouvelles bases, sans pour autant trahir l'identité de la série et son personnage emblématique. Ce que nous a expliqué à l'E3 le sympathique et passionné Christian Elverdam, responsable du gameplay de ce nouveau Hitman.
No, so for Hitman Absolution, we built an all-new engine. We basically built the technology from scratch, which meant that we get a chance to look at all the previous Hitman games and just basically say, what do we want to do even better this time around? It's quite a nice standpoint to actually make a game, right? And Hitman Absolution is the first game that comes out on the Glacier engine.
Ce n'est pas tout à fait vrai, mais on pardonnera cette imprécision, car si Hitman Blood Money est bel et bien sorti en HD sur Xbox 360 en 2006, on sentait bien que le jeu avait avant tout été développé pour la PlayStation 2 et la Xbox première génération. Mais au-delà de sa réalisation technique, le prochain Hitman Absolution a fait l'objet d'une réflexion globale, l'équipe de développement ayant décidé de retravailler certains des fondamentaux de la série.
So that meant looking at specifically two things. One is, what can Hitman do? How does it feel to move him around, control him, for instance? We had a thing where we felt that the old games sometimes were a little bit too fidgety. You come up behind someone with a fiber wire, you're not entirely sure if it's going to succeed, and that's something we wanted to get rid of. So we really wanted Hitman to control and move very smoothly, right? And on the other hand, we also knew we really wanted to be very serious about the AI, take it to a new level. So we gave them a really vast intelligence spectrum, which allows them to have what you call it, a more nuanced behavior. We talk about it as behavior instead of reactions, that they have a lot of stuff they can do. I mean, for instance, the police, let's say you are discovered by a police officer, he knows he's looking for Hitman, he hasn't seen anyone die, there's no problems yet. Well, his first instinct is not to kill you, it's actually to try to arrest you. And as Hitman, that gives you a little bit of freedom, right? You can try to disarm him, or you can try to back away and isolate him and maybe kill him. If there are more police officers, they will talk to each other. So now you have a situation with maybe 1 or 2, 3 maybe police officers. If you can contain that, if you let's say you kill them fast, well, then the rest of them, they don't share that knowledge, so you're kind of back to this stealth mode again. So this kind of spectrum we really wanted to expand from black and white to grayscale, you can say.
L'un des ajouts majeurs de ce nouveau Hitman est la fonctionnalité appelée Instinct, qui rappelle dans une certaine mesure le fameux mode détective de Batman Arkham City et son prédécesseur. Sauf que celle-ci s'avère nettement plus poussée pour conférer à l'agent 47 une espèce de don de voyance hérité de sa longue expérience en tant qu'assassin professionnel.
In Hitman Absolution we have a new feature, we call it Instinct, and it basically allows you to see the world through the eyes of Agent 47. And specifically you can sense enemies through walls, see them outline. And more importantly, you can see the path they're going to take. And this is significant because if you are, for instance, a stealth-oriented player, you can actually predict a little bit what's going on. Not the whole level, but you can see nearby what's going on. And that kind of eliminates some of the trial and error we had in the older games, right? If you kind of round a corner and boom, you bump into someone, that wasn't really what we wanted. And it's also super good if you screw up a little bit and kind of someone gets attracted to a noise, or you killed someone a little bit messily, he screamed or something like that. You can actually check and see if someone is coming, and if they are, you can kind of then decide, okay, do I want to maybe attack that one, or do I maybe try to drag the body away fast, or do I try to slip away? So again, trying to open up more choice that is more kind of improvised than what we have in the earlier games.
La fonctionnalité Instinct n'est pas permanente, les développeurs tiennent à le préciser. Il faudra ainsi réaliser certaines actions, comme des mises à mort silencieuses, des headshots, ou encore dissimuler des cadavres pour la recharger. Celle-ci dépend également du niveau de difficulté choisi pour finalement totalement disparaître dans le mode expert. Mais le plus important reste avant tout la sensation de liberté offerte aux joueurs, que les équipes d'IO Interactive ont tenté de renforcer à différents niveaux.
You saw again our E3 presentation. We start off actually setting it off with a theme, namely that the police is already looking for Hitman in this derelict library. So already here you have a lot of choice. I mean, you can take different physical paths through the level, both meaning that obviously there's many physical routes left or right, but also up and down. We put in more vertical elements so you can kind of climb on ledges and do all sorts of things with that. But also you can kind of choose whether to remain hidden. There are a lot of closets, for instance, you can use. There are a lot of different weapons you can find. As Hitman, he starts empty-handed this time, kind of setting that's the theme of this part of the game. Then he actually finds weapons. He picks up a power cord. You can use that as a legendary fiber wire, but you can also find other weapons that you can improvise with. Or as you saw, you can choose to use the fuse box as a distraction element, and there's a lot of those placed around the level, not necessarily fuse boxes, but distraction elements. So you're already always kind of constantly choosing what you want to do, and how when you can go for the silent assassin, right, being completely ghost-like and no one knows you are there, or you can even try to take a human shield or go into full-blown action. In which case the new AI system will try to behave very strategically, kind of know where you are. It has a very good spatial reasoning system, and it can also call for backup. And in this case, if you're in Chicago and you're hunted, that means that actual SWATs will be spawned into the scene and they will take up a pretty nasty fight with you.
Qui dit Hitman dit déguisement. Et cet aspect-là du jeu a également été repensé dans Absolution. Non seulement on pourra se déguiser, mais on pourra aussi littéralement se fondre dans le costume pour jouer un rôle. Si l'on revêt un uniforme de policier par exemple, via la fonctionnalité Instinct, on pourra devenir un policier en agissant comme tel. Si des donuts sont posés quelque part, on peut s'en approcher pour les manger et ainsi désamorcer les soupçons éventuels des autres policiers. Hitman Absolution a encore beaucoup à prouver, mais les développeurs semblent avoir pris des décisions allant réellement dans le sens de la série. On attend maintenant de nouvelles images pour découvrir des environnements de jeu inédits et, on l'espère, bourrés d'interactions dynamiques originales.
Area secure. No sign of perpetrator. Everything clear.